Welcome into College Football Now. I'm your host, Harrison Graham. You can follow me on Twitter at HGrahamNFL for more NFL and college football coverage over there. Okay, let's take a look at Steve Sarkisian's first annual Texas recruiting class for 2021. Not a lot of movement since they fired Tom Herman and have hired Steve Sarkisian. I think you'll see the impact on the recruiting trail more in 2022. But as far as 2021 goes, number 17 overall class in the 24/7 composite. ESPN Rivals has them at 16 and 15th. 24/7 has them at just number 19. So a top 20 class, solid, but overall not great overall to what you would expect from the University of Texas. Now, this is a more specific breakdown, and we'll take a look at every single player in just a moment, but 21 commits, 1 5-star, 9 4-stars, and then 3 3-stars to round out that 21-player class. Sark made a late push for running back L.J. Johnson, but he is decided to commit to Texas A&M just as of a few minutes ago. So as of today and as of now, this is how the class sits for Texas. Now, how excited are you about Steve Sarkisian being the new head coach in Austin? Last time we did a Texas recruiting video, it was still Tom Herman. Now Sark is in charge. Scale it from 1 to 10, 10 being home run hire, couldn't be more excited, 1 being this sucks, it's going to be worse than the Charlie Strong days. I'm at like a 7. I think his offense is exciting. We'll see if he can translate that to Austin, but as of now, we'll just have to wait and see. Scale it 1 to 10. All right, let's take a closer look at Sark's recruiting class. Jatavian Sanders is number 1 recruit here, number 12 overall player, 5-star athlete. I think he'll play defensive end. We'll see where he ends up lining up in Austin. J.D. Coffey, the 4-star safety there as well, adding some talent on the back end. We'll see how that secondary shapes up in 2021. He should be a future star in Austin, number 157 player overall in this year's class. Ishmael Ibraheem, the cornerback, a 4-star, another top 200 player. You see the big dip after Sanders. No other top 150 players. You go to Coffey and then Ibraheem there. A couple of players in the secondary come in as 4-star talent. We'll take a look at the rest of this class in a moment, but first, can I get a hook 'em horns in the comments section? I want to hear it from you guys. We've done a ton of team-related recruiting videos today. We did Alabama, Ohio State, Oklahoma. We're doing Texas now. Drown out those other fan bases by spamming hook 'em horns in the comments. We want to know which fan base is the proudest here at Chat Sports. Next up, another player in the secondary there, Jameer Johnson, the 4-star corner, number 264 overall out of Pasadena, California, 6 foot 170. Needs to put on a little bit of weight, but you like the length there out of Johnson. So top 4 players there. Your number 5 player in this class for the Longhorns, that is Derrick Harris Jr., the 4-star defensive end, number 266 overall, 6'2.5", 215. Certainly some room to grow a good athlete. I think he'll be a future star down in Austin. Now let's take a look at where Texas stacks up in comparison to the rest of the Big 12. Oklahoma leading the way with the number 11 overall class in the country, best in the Big 12. Texas at number 17. Oklahoma State, West Virginia, Baylor, significant drop-off there to round out your top 5. But as expected, OU, Texas, typically the top 2 recruiting schools in the country. I'll be curious this time next year to see if Sark can start reeling in top 10 classes once he's been there for at least a year. Now, before we get to some more players in this Texas recruiting class, today's show, you can get flowers on sale at chatsports.com/flowers for Valentine's Day because, yeah, we're in the month of February now. Get 15% off when you go to that link. Tons of different flower arrangements there. You can get chocolates as well. You can get these combos also, so take advantage of these deals. I personally like the ones that include sweets because then you can get on the action as well. Don't be in the doghouse. Get something for your mom. Get something for your wife or your girlfriend. Go ahead and do that at chatsports.com/flowers. That link will get you 15% off at checkout. It'll be in the comments in the description. Click and shop today. All right, next 5 players here. Jordon Thomas, 4-star defensive end, number 292 overall. Love the size here. 6'3", 240 out of Port Arthur, Texas. Keeping a local kid back home, that's solid there. Terrence Cooks, 4-star linebacker, just outside the top 300, 6'2", 210, modern built linebacker for today's Big 12. You got to be able to cover in space. I think he should be able to do that. Morice Blackwell, another linebacker there at number 343 overall. Then you got Jaden Alexis, get a 4-star wide receiver in this class at number 348, 5'11", 185 out of Pompano Beach, Florida. And then Jonathon Brooks, a 4-star running back, one of the later additions to this class, 6', 185, a top 360 player for Steve Sarkisian. Now, what will Texas's record be in Sark's first season? The Horns went, 7-3 this past year, and obviously in a shortened season due to COVID. What will Sarkisian do? Just predict it based on a 12-game schedule. 8-4, 9-3. I think if you go 9-3 in his first year, you'd be pretty happy about that. Something to build on. Got to get a new quarterback after Sam Ehlinger left. We'll see if Casey Thompson takes over. Predict it for me. Who will be, or what will the Texas record be this next season? All right, you get into the 3-stars now. Hayden Conner, a 3-star offensive tackle, just sliding in the top 400, 6'5", 317. You've got the good size there. Certainly can groom as a talent as well. Byron Murphy, number 400 overall player, 3-star defensive tackle, 6'1", 290 out of DeSoto, Texas. David Abiara there, number 437, 3-star defensive end, 6'4", 250. I like his size as well. Keithron Lee, another receiver there at number 516 overall. And then Juan Davis, the 3-star athlete. We'll see where Steve Sarkisian chooses to play him, whether it's on offense or on defense. Get subscribed to the channel. The link is below. More subscribers equals more videos on college football for you guys. We're always trying to ramp up our coverage around college football. We do a lot during the season. We do a lot around recruiting, National Signing Day, early National Signing Day. But if we get more subs, we might even do more videos in the offseason. So hit that big red button and subscribe today. Gunnar Helm is next up here, the 3-star tight end, number 659 overall. He comes out of Cherry Creek High School up in Colorado. Barron Sorrell, 3-star defensive end there, 6'3", 250. He comes from New Orleans. And then Casey Kane, number 839 overall player, the 3-star wide receiver right there. Final 3 guys here. Charles Wright, the local kid, quarterback out of Austin, Texas. We'll see if he ever gets an opportunity there. A little under-recruited overall, but Sark decided to keep him home. Max Merrill, 3-star offensive tackle, unranked, but he does come in as a 3-star. Then you always need a punter. Isaac Pearson, 3-star punter. They do not get ranked, so he comes in to round out Texas's recruiting class for 2021. Grade it for me. A, B, C, D, or F. Like a C+, B-. Sark was put in a tough spot. They fired Tom Herman after early National Signing Day, so he kept most of the guys that were committed, so that's pretty good overall. I think 2022 is when we'll be able to truly judge Sark's ability to recruit. I'll give it a B-. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Now, the goal is to be top 10 for Texas and really top 5 in recruiting classes. They're not there right now. Alabama, Ohio State, Georgia, LSU, and Clemson. That is your top 5. No Big 12 teams in the top 10 right now. Oklahoma's at number 11. Oregon, USC, Texas A&M, Notre Dame, and Michigan rounding out this year's top 10 recruiting classes. Texas sits at number 17. You know, Sark's going to get a pass in year 1 because he came in at a weird time. Look for next year. Can he flip Quinn Ewers back to Texas from Ohio State? We'll have to wait and see. But for now, 21 commits, 1 5-star, 9 4-star, 11 3-stars. That's the number 17 overall class for Texas.